Shake it. There you go. Shake it. Shake it. There you go. There you go. Woo! Okay, well, welcome to the first official day of riding, really. Yesterday we just screwed around town. Today we're riding to the Companion Motel in Hearst. We got our whole gang up here. And we had a little bit of an issue this morning with Rich's link bag that he installed. Rich, tell us about it.
Oh, I was trying to put it on backwards, buddy. I didn't know.
Yeah, Rich comes to the hotel this morning. He's all pissed off because he can't get his bag on. I'm like, okay, let's go back. I'll figure it out. I told him, I said, you got to make sure that BRP is facing backwards and you're good to go. And that looks like a sweet bag. You can get a lot of stuff in that bag, eh?
Oh yeah, it's amazing, eh?
Yeah.
Awesome bag. Love it.
Okay, let's head to Hearst. So one thing you'll notice if you've ridden from the Westway before is they actually changed the trail. So the trail used to go basically straight up here into the bush. Now you hop on the trail. I'll show you guys in a second here. So you cross over 2nd Avenue here, and instead of the trail going here, it now goes a little bit west and then cuts to the right. And the reason for that is just because the landowner there is thinking about building a home or something there, so that's why we shifted the trail. The trail used to be parallel to this, just a little bit east. So anyways, as I mentioned, we're going to Hearst. So we'll be riding the top A all the way until we get to Moonbeam, and then once we get to Moonbeam, we're actually going to take the L119, which is that small loop above Moonbeam, and then that will take us onto Remy Lake. We'll do some speed rips on Remy Lake, and then get into Cap for lunch. I don't know where we're eating today for lunch. It might be O'Brien's, or we might do O'Brien's tomorrow. And then yeah, it's really the A trail. There's 2 sections where the A trail is closed, and we're gonna bypass it. I won't ride on closed trails. So what we're gonna be doing is where the A trail is closed in Cap, it's on the river. We're just gonna cross on the highway bridge so we can avoid the river, because apparently it's unsafe. And then there's a section that's closed just west of Opacitica, between Opacitica and Matisse. So what we're going to do there is just run on the shoulder of the highway. I spoke to guys that ran to Hearst yesterday, and they said the shoulder and the ditches are good, so that's all Crown land. So we'll just run those, I think it's like 5 or 6K on the shoulder there, and then we'll hop back on the trail and pull into Hearst and have an awesome dinner and probably do some partying tonight at the bar and restaurant in the Companion. It's an awesome place to stay. A bunch of the guys from Cochrane are heading to Hearst today, so that doesn't really surprise me. Gotta love this power line out of Cochrane. First stretch of the day. For the sled, not for me. Unfortunately, as of now, the weather isn't looking great for Friday. It says it's gonna be 7 degrees in Cochrane with 5 millimeters of rain. But the 5 millimeters of rain is in the morning, so by 9 a.m. or by 10 a.m. it should stop. So we'll play it by ear. If by like 11 or 12 in the morning the rain isn't gone, then we'll probably just load up and head back to the city, because it doesn't make sense to stay here. But if it stops raining, I'll probably ride, because then Friday night it's going to cool off, and I'll probably do some grooming before we head home. So it's kind of a judgment call. But even tomorrow it's going to be 3 degrees, I believe. So when we're doing backcountry riding in the morning, we might get pretty hot, especially considering we're out of shape. So one of the new things I got for this season was I won a giveaway on the Skidoo Owners Club Facebook group, which was awesome. I won a brand new Toby monosuit, insulated monosuit, which is what I'm wearing right now. And I gotta say, I love this suit. I wouldn't wear it on like the negative, even though it says it's good for really cold temperatures. I would wear my climb suit when it's like below negative 25-ish or negative 20. But above negative 15, this is awesome. And it keeps me nice and cool. I have my vents open, so even when it's gonna be 3 degrees, I should be pretty good. And worst case, I just strip off some of my underlayers and just wear like a t-shirt and underwear in my suit. It is insulated, but it's still like you have the opportunity for a lot of you can breathe in the suit. There's a lot of venting. But so far, I absolutely love it. I've never worn a monosuit until this trip. I've tried it a couple times. As you guys know, me and Mike didn't do that much riding when we got to Cochrane. It was grooming and then running the club sleds. But the couple times I got on my sled until our first day breaking powder to Smooth Rock, I wore the monosuit, and yeah, it's really comfortable. For me, it took me a while to figure out how to get it off my shoulders, and then I realized you just put your arms behind your back and pull one arm with the other arm, and that's how you pull it off. But it's really comfortable. I like it because you don't get pinched in the waist like you do when you're wearing a regular like pants and jacket. And this sled never disappoints. When I hold it to the bar, it's still pulling 79, 7,800, 8,000 all day long. So the motor's solid, but hopefully the motor blows up this year so I can get a new one under warranty. Because now it's unfortunate that Skidoo only gives 2 years of like best warranty, which is shocking to me. That means that my 2021 has the same amount of warranty left on it that Mike's 2023 has. Mike's brand new sled has 1 more season left of warranty, and so does his 2021. Like it's just shocking to me. 4 years is a good amount. Then they went to 3 years and 2 years of warranty for a 2-stroke sled. You basically have to get rid of it after 1 year because people don't want to ride a sled or don't want to buy a sled that has no warranty left. That's the problem. Like when it was 4 years, it was perfect. You keep it for 2 years, even 3 years, and then you can sell it. But now with only 2 years of warranty, I don't really know how you go about doing that. I probably have to get rid of the sled every year so people, then you can get a better price for the sled because people know it still has a year of warranty left in case anything goes wrong. Oh, Costa's cold. A little chilly there? We got Juan, Costa, Mike, Jeff, and then Neil and Rich. So for those who haven't watched our Cochrane videos in previous years, we're just about to pull up to Jamie's Corner. And the story behind that is my first time in Cochrane. I was with a buddy of mine named Jamie. And there's a turn up here where the trail looks like it goes straight and continues on this logging road, but it actually goes left into the bush. And I guess because of the traffic of sleds, they had covered that sign, like they made a bank of snow that covered that left turn sign. So he didn't see it, went straight, hit a lip, and it kind of threw him forward on an angle into the throttle, and he went right into the trees. I came around the corner, sled was rolled over, track spinning, and he was headfirst in the snow with his legs dangling. So I went and pulled him out. He was screaming, had to run him back to town on my sled, negative 42 degrees Celsius. Long story short, he broke his elbow. He's okay now, but I messaged Kenny. I said, Kenny, I want to put a sign up. So we got a sign up here. I'll show you it in a second. The sign is from both directions, but should be, there it is, Jamie's Corner. And the actual corner itself is right here. So see, look, the trail goes straight, but it doesn't. It goes left here. And that arrow was lower in the ground, and everyone blasting this corner was leaving a bank. So those are the guys that were staying beside us at the Westway. So funny enough, 2 of those guys, they're actually from Port Perry, not too far from where I've grown up at my cottage in the summertime and in the wintertime. Basically every weekend I was up there. So very small world. That's what I like about Cochrane. Everyone that, like, it's not, sometimes you go snowmobiling and there are people that are on a sled but then aren't necessarily super passionate about sledding. When you come to Cochrane, every single sledder you meet up here is a obsessive snowmobiler. They all absolutely love it and live for it, and that's why I like coming up here and hanging out with those types of people. Just left the Greenwater pit stop and making our way to Smooth Rock Falls, and we will normally stop there and grab gas and continue along. So we haven't been past Smooth Rock yet since we've been up here. So we've got about a 250k trip today to get to Hearst, and excited to get to the Companion Hotel where we go every year and we stay overnight. We're going to meet Gino there, who's the owner. Probably have supper there. You know, we've got a great group of guys behind us for this trip. We are missing Andrew, which is unfortunate, but you know, he was having a good time in Florida, so nice and flat on this side. We had a few bumps before then, but it's good to go now. Here we are, just crossing Sheriff Creek here. Can't remember the name of the next one. There's another small river to cross. Oh, that's it, Driftwood River. Hopefully these folks pull off to the side and let us pass. Thank you. Finally, some courteous riders that see us coming up from behind and actually let us pass, which is, see, that's the proper way to do it. That makes me happy to see. Thank you. I can't tell you how many times we get stuck behind people that just aren't paying attention, and it's really frustrating. Always make sure you're looking behind you. Even me, I don't have mirrors on my sled, but I'm always checking behind me just so that I can see what's going on around me. Pull off to the side, make it safe for somebody to pass. It's the way to do it. I didn't get a chance to put on my Bergstroms yet. We had a late night last night or at JR's, so I was hoping to have them on for this run, unfortunately. So I'm still running the stock carbide setup. Still getting a little bit of push for sure in the corners, not biting as much as I'd like, but still working well. Again, hands down out of the box, you don't need to do anything with these sleds, just ride it. Put gas, fill it with oil, and away you go. Oh, there you go. Oh, he's not getting out. You gotta shake it. Costa, shake it. There you go. Shake it. Shake it. There you go. There you go. Woo! So just had a quick fill up at the Smooth Rock Esso, and midway through Rich filling up his T-Cat, they ran out of super. I don't get it. These gas stations are, this Esso particularly always runs out of premium gas this time of year, but every year it's the same. There's always tons of sledders. They need to just buy more gas. Pulling onto the river here in Smooth Rock, Matagami River.
What's going on, guys?
Everyone having a good time?
Yeah. Don't get hit by the sled coming the other way.
Check.
How's the RPM?
No good.
Still no?
Yeah, it was good for a second, and now it's shit again. I wonder if I got a SAC secondary already. Yeah, 7,500.
Is this before or after fuel?
This is after fuel. I hit it for a couple times. It was good. It was like 8,000, and now it's back down to 7,500.
Okay.
Oh, look at those mitts, nice and hairy and furry.
Think you got bad fuel?
I don't know. No idea. She was working good till today.
No, but did the RPM drop after Smooth Rock?
Yeah. Well, it's been all day.
Oh, all day.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. It's not belt. The belt looks adjusted fine. It might be a SAC secondary already. So we'll see.
Already?
Could be. Who knows?
No, stranger things have happened.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're just continuing along here, heading into Moonbeam right now. I'm having a little bit of issues with my sled today, so it was running really good yesterday. Today's a lot warmer, so I'm not getting top RPM that I was getting. It's running at about 7,600 top, and then maybe once it starts fresh and it's cold, it'll be back to 8,000. So right now I'm just behind Mike. We're on the L119 that's taking us around the A trail back to the Moonbeam Clubhouse. This is groomed fresh yesterday, that's why we chose to take it. It's also a nice trail through the trees with some twists, and then we'll pop into some farm fields in a couple minutes here. Oh man, this trail's in beautiful, beautiful shape.
kind of reminds me of an old road or something with some really nice elevation changes. And again, once you stay off of that main A drag up here, that's where you can find some really great riding and usually less traffic. So usually when we do this run, we try to stay as much as we can off the main drag and do some of the like just some of the side trails that are off of the main system. So that's a tip. Don't always come up and stay on the main top A. That's what I mean. A lot of people say like when you come up to Cochrane it's really just like straight. It's not true at all. Yeah, if you stay on the top A it's pretty straight because it's basically a straight shot right through to Kappa's casing. So get onto some of the side trails up here and you guys will have riding like you never experienced in your life. So just wicked. Alright, now we're getting into the Moonbeam Clubhouse, which is this way back to the A. So nice little loop L119 up around top there. So that's not the one that goes to Remy Lake, it's a different trail. Right now we're coming right into the Moonbeam Clubhouse, which you can see is open again, thank God. Really cool spot to stop. Every time we come out of O'Brien's, we always say the same thing. We ate way too much and we're gonna feel like garbage on the ride to Hearst. The spinach and dip was a little bit overkill.
And the cheese stick, and then a pulled pork sandwich with a poutine. Yeah.
I tell you guys, when we go on these trips, we gain immediately 10 pounds. We love eating and we love having our beers
Before we start the sled,
at the end of the day, and it's an immediate 10 pounds. Well, we're just up in Cap, outside one of our favorite places. We love O'Brien's, come here every year. And had a delicious lunch, and we're going to continue to make our way over to Hearst, and yeah, we'll see how the trails are. Jesse was just letting us know that everything's pretty much for the most part been groomed. Probably about 60-70% of it has been all groomed up, so we should be good to roll for the rest of the afternoon. This is basically like the halfway point between here and Hearst.
Okay, so we're just on the top A west of Valrita. Just came through Valrita, and it looks like this section actually got groomed last night, and it's pretty good. Some bumps, but actually pretty flawless. What people always seem to forget is this is early season conditions. Even though this may feel like mid-February conditions down south, it's early season conditions up here. These trails are flawless, usually by, I would say, the second week of January all the way until second week of April at the earliest. We tried to record on Remy Lake, but the GoPros froze just because at that rate of speed it's so cold, they just can't handle it. GoPro was designed by a guy in Palo Alto, California, so it makes sense why they don't really work well in the cold, because they weren't designed for that in the first place. They've made cold weather batteries and we've been testing them, but from all we can tell, they don't do crap. Like it's the same issue that we had with the regular batteries. Another trick that I have is if you stay to the right of the trail, even if it might be bumpy in the middle, it's usually pretty good because a lot of guys run in the middle of the trail. So right now you can see this is all fresh groom on the right, and no one ever stays right to the edge, even though you should. Most people don't. So if the trail's really bumpy, stick to the edge, and it might not be perfect, but it will be better than the center of the trail, that's for sure.
All right, so we are just taking a break here. Smoke break for whoever smokes in the group. And we're just on the L155, and we are taking this back to the L173, which then hooks back up with the top A, and it'll take us back into Hearst. So far it's been a pretty wicked ride. Boys are having fun. We're getting some snow now. It is super powdery. I think we're just about ready to get back for a beer. Who wants a beer?
Who wants a beer?
Raise your hand if you want a beer. So this is kind of like a cool little offshoot trail. Definitely got lots of powder on the trail for sure. Some days I kind of wish I had more track, to be honest. That's why I'm really starting to lean towards getting a 1.5 or a 1.75 next. Well, we've reached a milestone. Our channel hits, we've gone over 6,000 subscribers, so big shout out to all you guys that are tuning in and watching our YouTube channel. It's pretty amazing. Never really thought we'd get to kind of the level that we're at now, and it's just going to continue to grow, which is great. Going to continue to bring you guys lots of different ride content this year, and some new product content too, which will be awesome. Hi.
Hi, doggo.
Hi.
Hi, puppy.
So here we are. We're just coming into Hearst, so that will finish off our first day's ride. Really our second day ride here, but first trip really into Hearst for our overnight tonight. It's been a wicked ride so far. Lots of fun. Very much looking forward to a cold beverage with the guys, and a couple of beverages for sure throughout the night. And then we will probably enjoy some dinner later. Going to meet with Gino, who owns the Companion Motel, and we see him usually every year. We saw him at the show earlier too. So looking forward to seeing him and hanging out for a bit. Appreciate you guys riding along with us. Hope you guys enjoyed our ride video for today. Stay tuned for tomorrow for day 2 in Hearst as we go back to Cochrane.
If you liked that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the Sledaddicz YouTube channel, where we release content on everything snowmobiling. Also, hit that bell icon so you can be updated every time we release new videos.